Revenue Authority. We are going to take you to a voyage now. A voyage on board a ship led by a great leader. I mean, under the leadership of someone whom we consider our father at the MRA. Thank you, Mr. Lars.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's indeed a great pleasure for me and my MRA team members present here to welcome you all. A special welcome to you, dear students, for your presence at the auditorium of this newly inaugurated Integrated Customs Clearance Center as eco-friendly and modern building. Dear students, you are the new generation and prospective taxpayers of tomorrow. Our objective this morning is to get you acquainted with the role that MRA in partnership with taxpayers is playing in the socio-economic development of the people of the Republic of Mauritius. Some of you will start doing our job after a few years, taking our responsibilities, and with the aim that you will aim to build MRA as a world-class authority. MRA came into operation on 1st July 2006. During its very first financial year, we collected 34 billion. For the last financial year, that is 21-22, the figure rose to 112.6 billion. Today, you should be aware, MRA is not only mandated to collect revenue, we also provide financial assistance to the needy. With the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic, we disbursed some 28 billion to save employment in the private sector and to ensure a minimum subsistence in the home of thousands of self-employed individuals in Mauritius and Mauritius. Most of the transactions at the MRA are done electronically. As you should know, your parents and your teachers alike file their income tax return online through the MRA website. And for this, we have reached the 100% electronic filing target. Almost all payments too are effected electronically. Taxpayers can also avail themselves of e-appointment facilities where your parents and teachers can book a virtual rendezvous with an MRA officer who will assist them, for example, to file income tax returns through a WhatsApp app, video call if they are having difficulties. In the very near future, MRA will launch an e-invoicing project where commercial transactions will get fiscalized in MRA servers, and the customer will get a receipt with a QR code containing all the relevant purchase information. A dedicated department, the Taxpayer Education and Communication Department, we call it TECD, was set up at the very inception of the MRA. Through multi-scaled educational strategies, we are engaging the hearts and minds of our taxpayers in a spirit of developing a close partnership with them. For the period January to December 22 alone, some 50 educational sessions have been conducted in secondary institutions reaching approximately 5,000 students. In January 22, the MRA installed a full body scanner and a drug loop at the SSR International Airport to counter the astute of drug traffickers. In view of the reopening of the sea route for passengers to road trips last month, we inaugurated a passenger luggage scanner at the passenger terminal in Loreto. Even today, in the revenue departments and support departments, we have more than 50% female staff. By the time you grow and come of age, we will probably have more than 85 female staff. So we are really trying to, in the very near future, we shall be organizing similar seminars and educational tours for other modules. I wish you all plenty of success in your life. Thank you.
He said that taxation is as old as human civilization. Let us watch our next video.
Hello, let's talk about taxation. Taxes are as old as history. The first known form of tax was in ancient Egypt around 3000 BC. During barter systems with no banknotes, no coins, farmers paid taxes to the kings and lords by contributing part of their harvest. People who were too poor to pay any form of taxation would provide their labor free to the kingdom, known as corvée system. In return, the kings provided security to the farmers, fighting off the enemies at the borders. Some system of taxation has always been practiced from the earliest Egyptian civilization through the Greek, Roman, and Anglo-Saxon civilization down to the present-day civilized societies. In Mauritius, the first income tax ordinance was enacted in 1932 and came in force on 1st July 1933 and was there up to the 30th of June 2006. Income tax was being collected by the government of Mauritius through the Income Tax Department. Today, governments have replaced lords, kings, and pharaohs by state administrators. The Mauritius Revenue Authority, commonly known as the MRA, is mandated to collect taxes in Mauritius and in Rodrigues. The MRA came into operation on 1st July 2006. It was following the merger of four government departments falling under the aegis of the Ministry of Finance, namely the Income Tax Department, the Value Added Tax Department, the Large Taxpayers Department, and the Customs and Excise Department. Taxes collected by the MRA are remitted or credited to the Consolidated Fund. The government of Mauritius takes money from that fund to finance all the socio-economic projects in Mauritius and in Rodrigues.
The Taxpayer Education and Communication Department, commonly known under the acronym TECD, saw the day with the creation of the MRA itself. Ever since, through a comprehensive strategy, TECD has been capitalizing on all the various delivery channels in Mauritius and in Rodrigues to educate our taxpayers. let me invite Dr. Rakesh Teka, team leader at the TECD, team leader at the MRA, who will take you into an incursion in tax education at the MRA. Dr. Teka, please.
We are here to share the story of the MRA. So let me start from the start. Prior to the setting up of the MRA, there existed 4 distinct departments, namely the Income Tax Department, the VAT Department, the Large Taxpayer Department, and the Customs and Excise Department. So they were operating separately, distinctly under different management. With the advent of the MRA, all those different departments came together to form the synergy of the MRA. In 2004, the MRA Act was enacted, after which there was a call for international candidature and the MRA recruited a foreign national. That person was in fact the very first employee of the MRA. He has been soaring the wings of uncertainty to bring the MRA to the new heights, and today MRA is benchmarked as an international revenue administration. That person is none other than Mr. Sudhamral, whom we had the privilege to listen a few minutes ago. We administer most revenue laws, and we fall under the responsibility of the Ministry of Finance, Economic Planning and Development. Let's have a look at the organization structure. You're going to see we have an MRA board, we have got the Director General, who is the CEO of the organization, and we have got several departments. So the core business of the MRA is to collect revenue, which is in the middle of the compliance department. So under the compliance department, we have large taxpayers. Large taxpayers classified in Mauritius as any entity whose turnover is more than 100 million annually. You have the customs department, operational department, medium and small taxpayers department, objections in the billing department, fiscal investigation. So those are the core business of the MRA. We have got support departments that provide support to the main business. We have information systems department, finance and administration department, human resources department, legal services, research, policy and planning, taxpayer education and communication department. On top of that, we have 2 divisions which report directly to the board. We have the Internal Affairs Division, which caters for the integrity of the employees of the MRA, and Internal Audit, which oversees the corporate governance of the organization. Our mandate, our vision, the vision of the MRA is to continually reform and modernize revenue administration in order to manage and operate an effective and efficient revenue organization comprising of highly motivated and skilled staff. Our vision is to be a world-class revenue authority, prospective for its professionalism, efficiency, fairness, integrity, and its contribution to our economic and social development. You are the youth. You are the taxpayers of tomorrow. So that's why the MRA is doing so many awareness campaigns in these schools. We are going to the universities, we are arranging so many talks so that we want to inculcate a culture of paying taxes. So we have been doing these sessions throughout the schools. We are going to play a video so that you know exactly what we have been doing the past years. So please watch the video.
Hello. Today's youth are tomorrow's taxpayers. It is therefore necessary that they are made aware of the importance of taxation with a view to cultivate a willingness to pay rather than an obligation to pay attitude. In that perspective, MRA resource persons are conducting talks on the importance of paying taxes in secondary schools throughout the island. The duration of the talk is around 1 hour, about topics including the role of the MRA in the Mauritian economy, taxes administered, tax collections in figures, why should we pay tax, and more importantly, how to become a compliant taxpayer. The talk is followed by a video projection and a question and answer session. During the past 3 years, the MRA has conducted 70 talks in more than 60 colleges, reaching over 5,000 students, including a few sessions via Zoom during the pandemic period when the schools were closed. It makes no doubt that our potential taxpayers are being prepared to meet their tax obligations in the future. Tax education in schools is accompanied by a survey with a view to enhance the delivery of the presentation.
Why do we pay tax? It's something that many of us are not aware of. Now that we know why we are doing it, what benefits we'll get in the future, I think it facilitates our life.
Je me trouvais bien interactive. Il y a beaucoup d'affaires à apprendre comment ban corporate tax nous a payé ou même ban individual tax.
I found the presentation highly impressive as it has provided us a deep insight of what the MRA is doing and also about where taxpayers' money are going and how it is being used. And I find that it is a very good initiative on the part of the MRA, and I would highly recommend each and every one of my friends to attend this presentation and benefit from it.
Je trouve que c'est très intéressant, c'est une bonne initiative parce que, par exemple, moi je suis élève d'économie et ce qu'on fait dans les livres c'est purement théorique, tandis que là on apprend vraiment ce que c'est que la taxation, comment ça se passe dans notre pays, on en apprend vraiment beaucoup plus de détails, comment ça se passe. Vous avez expliqué par exemple le barème de 25 000 roupies dont personne n'était au courant d'ailleurs. Du coup, ça nous emmène beaucoup plus d'informations, ça nous permet de mieux comprendre notre pays, ce qui arrive à l'argent. Et surtout que nous, on est étudiants, on n'en a aucune idée de ce qui se passe en vrai.
The culture of tax compliance being strengthened, it is strongly believed that there will be a definite improvement in the moral obligation to voluntarily pay taxes in years to come. You may view a series of videos on the different aspects of taxation on our website www.mra.mu. Thank you.
So now you know who we are. So let's talk about what we do. We, at the MRA, we collect the different types of taxes. So let's start with income tax. So in the income tax, we will have personal tax and corporate tax. Personal tax is divided into individuals who earn emoluments and self-employed individuals. And as for the corporate, it is corporate organizations, companies, trust societies, which falls under corporate tax. Now let's have a short video on the evolution of income tax in Mauritius.
Hello, greetings from the MRA. Today I'm going to talk about the evolution of income tax in Mauritius. Income tax was first enacted in the year 1932 and came into operation on 1st of July 1933. However, income tax was not applied until July 1934 due to some amendments that were brought to law for a graduated poll tax. The poll tax was in fact income tax, a term that was used in certain African colonies at that time. An income tax branch was thereafter established, income tax forms were issued, and returns were received. In the first year of operations, there were some 1,165 taxpayers in Mauritius. The graduated poll tax was replaced in 1950 by a tax levied on actual income as from the year of assessment 1951-52. Other changes in the format of income tax took place over the subsequent half-century, including the introduction of pay-as-you-earn system, commonly known as a PAYE, which became effective as from July 1993. In the post-independence years, the government favoured a progressive tax based on annual earnings of taxpayers. You will get more detailed information on the different categories of individual taxpayers on the MRA website www.mra.mu. Thank you.
So whatever purchase that you are making from a registered VAT person, you have to claim your receipt. How are you going to know that a person is a VAT registered entity? You are going to notice this sticker which is affixed on the premises of the trader. So this gives you an indication that the person is a VAT registered entity. So that person has got an obligation to give you a VAT invoice, right? We have carried out a campaign for VAT. We are going to just see a spot that we have been aired a few years ago.
Monsieur, s'il vous plaît, c'est un mémo, ça c'est peine reçu.
Aïe, sorry madame. Attends-moi de nous un récit.
Vous trouvez, à chaque fois qu'il me fait un achat d'un commerce qui va registered, me demande un reçu. Oui, si, pas oublier de demander reçu.
Oui, toujours exige ou récit côté un commerçant qui va registered. Comme ça, il a l'obligation de remettre sa 15% TVA qui vous fait payer là à la MRA.
So we have been quite brief, and we have just gave you an overview of what the MRA does.
What I would like to ask is, as I am a taxpayer and the limit to pay tax is 25,000, where are you with other people who get 25,000 more? Are they paying the tax?
The limit of 25,000, as we say, it's around 300,000, and then there are allowances for dependents. When we started with the MRA, it was around 80,000 rupees per year. So depending on the inflation, depending on the cost of living, these allowances normally increase every year or every second year, and everybody pays tax. And when we started, we had around 40,000 persons paying tax who derived income from business. That amount is now around 100,000 rupees. So everybody pays tax, I can assure you, but then there may be some people who may not be paying, and for that we have a specifically department for the non-filers, and we get the information from various sources, say the people buying vehicles, people going on international travels, people buying properties, people buying some expensive things. This information we collect, and when we see that somebody is not paying tax or he's not registered, we send him the notices.
We sincerely hope that you have learned a lot about the MRA, how we make things happen at the MRA. Anyway, if you want to know more, even more, you go and visit our website, www.mra.mu. There is plenty of information available. Such sessions will be organized in the future, for more students from other colleges. Thank you very much. We have spent a wonderful time together.
I found the presentation extremely interesting, and as an ex-student, I could relate to some terms that were used today, and I know that my students are very lucky to be here. I am also confident that the mission and the vision shared by the MRA team, I saw that there were a lot of respected members here today. It means a lot to us that you're here today for our students. Well, I believe that the mission and the vision that you shared will encourage our students to strive for excellence, not only at school, but also in their career. Thank you very much.
MRA's core activities are to raise revenue and administer taxes. And the taxes are paid by the taxpayers, whereas the students of today are the taxpayers of tomorrow. In order to inculcate a sense of tax paying, we decided that we should interact with the students today so that they understand their rights and responsibilities. MRA goes to various schools and presents various features of the tax collection machinery and where the taxes go, because the compliant taxpayer is one who understands what is the necessity of the tax. So we arranged this program to promote voluntary compliance, to promote the taxpayers' education, and we thought that we should start with good schools and colleges.
Alors déjà la première chose que j'ai fait à dire, c'est déjà remercier la MRA pour avoir fait une telle initiative. Je trouve que pour nous, les élèves, c'était essentiel pour nous d'apprendre les principes de la taxation. Étant une élève de Science High, j'avais pas forcément la notion des taxes en Maurice, mais aujourd'hui j'ai vraiment appris tellement de choses que je suis sûre qu'ils vont me servir à vie en long terme. Et Voilà. J'étais vraiment impressionnée aujourd'hui, surtout le fait que c'est digitalisation et surtout que la Mauritius est dans le top 5 global, internationally. Et j'ai trouvé ça incroyable et j'ai appris plein de choses que je ne connaissais pas et vraiment j'étais impressed. Merci beaucoup.
Aujourd'hui, la présentation que MRA a fait, il met fiscal policy, il met tout et ça, il fait nous comprendre économique d'une façon pas juste livre, mais application, notion qu'on a une capable essayer de comprendre comment on peut faire à Maurice.
Alors une très bonne initiative de la MRA. Bien sûr, la présentation a vraiment aidé que les filles savent vraiment la théorie et comment ça se passe en pratique. Alors, on parle toujours de tax collection, fiscal policy, on parle de economic development et tout. Alors, les filles vont pouvoir comprendre comment ça passe en pratique. On est en train de collecter la taxe. Comment est-ce que c'est remis à la gouvernement, economic development, social welfare, et comment est-ce que ça se passe vraiment en pratique. Je pense que ça a vraiment aidé les élèves.